Hey everyone, Overkill here again for another video. Today I have the SH Figuarts Jiren. Been really looking forward to this figure. It's the newest release from Dragon Ball. Really awesome looking. I can already tell by the look of it how drastically different it is from the Dragon Stars for sure. The shading and all. Actually got details in the eyes on this guy, so really excited for this. The first thing we'll do is take a close look at the box. We see the front. It has Jiren posed here, and it has the Funimation and Toei official stickers. It does say Dragon Ball Super here. And here's the Tamashii Nation's quality sticker. And then on the top, we just see Jiren. The bottom says Jiren, and it's got him posed. On the side here, we see the name Jiren again. And it has SH Figuarts. And then on the opposite side, it just kind of pans through. And we got a couple different poses for Jiren and his fist effect. Lastly, on the back, we do have all the different stuff for Jiren, showing him fight Goku and beating him up and all this cool stuff. Then we have one more sticker, a warning from Bluefin and Bandai. Now, let's go ahead and take this guy out of the box and check him out. Here he is out of his box inside of his clamshell, and I see something I didn't even know he came with, which is an alternate head part to go with Goku. That's really cool. I didn't even know he had that. But you can see he has two alternate effect type pieces. He does have the crossed arms, 3 different faces, and a bunch of different hands. And then another head here where he's fired up. That's really cool. So we're going to take him out of his clamshell and take a closer look at him. Here we have him out. And you can already tell he has a whole bunch of articulation on him. Before we get to that, let's check and see how they did with the paint. Most of the colors seem to blend really well. The reds match really good. The blacks match really good. They've done a really good job. I don't see any bleeding anywhere that I can see right off. And they got his proportions pretty well. He's pretty bulky. Stands really easy too. That's another plus over the Dragon Stars. My other one had such loose joints, it was pathetic. So, let's go ahead and take a close-up of the articulation on the head. You can look up about that far. Then when you use the neck, a little bit farther. Down quite a bit, especially when you're taking advantage of that neck piece. And, of course, he's got full rotation and stuff because you can change the head off. When we get to the shoulders, we have a butterfly joint that allows us to move about like that. The same way back and down and up. You can see it moving. And inside for his arm, we got a little ball joint here that allows for full rotation. Then we got a cut here that allows for the straightening up. So he's got a whole lot of movement in this upper arm. And then here, he has a cut. The elbows, double jointed. Full bend, and there's fully extended. Then at the wrist, you get full rotation and movement because you can change the hands out as well. Same thing on the other arm. At the chest, it bends by itself slightly, back a lot more. But when you take advantage of the waist with it, he looks down about so, and back completely backwards. And then he does move all around, which is really cool. A lot of posability here. Onto the legs, we have, you go about that high, forward, back. You can about turn it all the way around. And you can see how the joint's made here. It's allowed to go straight. I mean, it's just any direction you want. They've done a really good job on articulation on this guy. I'm heavily impressed. The uppercut here, the knees are double jointed, bends up that far, down like so. Then at the ankles, goes up about that far with the toes like that, and then down like so, and wiggles around. Same thing on the other leg. So yeah, that's really cool. Next up, we will take a look at the different hands. You see we have the fist. Here we have hand catching an attack or something. Really cool. You can see it here. Then we have a simple karate chop type hand. Here we have what I consider the classic SH Figuarts hand to catch fists or just whatever you use that with. That's what I usually do mine with, as I've mentioned in previous videos, because they're great to hold a fist in. It's really cool, like so. And I think that is going to be it on the left side. Onto the right side, the same fist. We have the same one of these hands that I showed. We have the same karate chop hand that I showed. And then we have this one, which is a really cool fist. And it's just a powered up looking fist, and it's really nice looking. See it there? Really like that. That's cool. It'd be cool to pose like he's going into something. And you can use this if you want to as well. Over either fist, really. I'm sure it goes in fairly easy. Yes. So you could really have him powering up back here for one, while he's unleashing another to make it look like he's getting ready to go for double fire fists. Taking out Goku and Vegeta both. That would be pretty cool. Really killer effect. And killer effect type fist with it. I really like that. We'll pop that off. Then the next one's a cool one. It's this hand with the Goku hair. And I say, let's grab my Goku real quick and see what that looks like on it. Here's my Goku, and you can see the pegs here. Just goes right into place of the other hair. You can have Goku just defeated. The only issue I would have is if you wanted to hold them up, you'd have to have some sort of stand. Otherwise, it just falls apart. You can still pose like he's doing his finishing blow here. That's just really cool because they even got the shading right with the hair and stuff to offset that. That's a really cool extra piece. Especially considering I didn't know about it. And it's like a big surprise to me. Thanks, Goku, for stepping in to show us all that. And then what we'll do now, we'll go ahead and change this out. Put his fist back on. And we'll try out the crossed arms. In order to do that, you have to pop off at the top, which I'm worried about because I seem to see what we're talking about them breaking. And it's taking a lot of torque to get that sucker off. And then you do the same on the opposite side. Much easier there. And then it's designed to just pop back into place. Like so. Take the other one. Like so. And then you have crossed arm Jiren. And here he is, just waiting for the next fight to come. Now we'll move on to the heads. On the first one, you can see they done really good detail of his eyes and stuff. It's pretty interesting the way they did the peg on that. Now I'll come on these little stands. So I don't really know. I'll have to look and see how this is designed. Okay, the whole thing comes out. Just like, oh, it's real easy assembly. I'm digging that. And here we have his gritting face, getting ready to power up, getting a little bit ticked off to fight. Digging that. And then next we will have his screaming face, like he's powering up, ready to do his final attack. And then lastly, we will have the ticked off, getting ready to lose the tournament, freaking out face is what I call this one, with the red eyes. I don't know if I'd use this one too much, because I don't know, I'd have to really have a good setup to use that face, because it's cool, but looks like it needs to be a big time action pose to use that. So what I think, I'm just going to stick with the basic, because it's just such a simple look for him. Such a great pose, just set up. And it's how Jiren was. If you watched the anime, read the manga, he was just so arrogant. He didn't really care. He didn't look at anybody as a real challenge to him. And lastly, what I want to do is take a side-by-side with the Figuarts Jiren. It'd be hard to do, because real wobbly joints on this guy. But if I can get him to stand, for the first time, the Figuarts doesn't completely tower over the Figuarts. But like you see, the joints are so bad on this. I've had an issue posing them since I've had them in my collection. I have to prop them up on stuff. They figure out a way to tighten the joints up. But there's a little bit of a side-by-side. You can tell the reds, blacks, the color of his skin. Everything is drastically different. There's no real detail in the Figuarts' eyes. So yeah, clear winner here with the Figuarts. And I'm glad that I got him. He's going to be a really, really nice piece to my collection. He'll definitely be being posed fighting Goku. Hopefully when they get that new Ultra Instinct, I can get one and open them up to go with it. For now, I guess I have to use my Figuarts Ultra Instinct to fight him. Once again, I'm heavily impressed with this. If you get the chance, get it. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, don't hesitate. I was really impressed all around with the articulation on this guy. Jump on it, because it's worth it. It's probably my most impressive Dragon Ball piece in a while. And it's pretty good candidate of being in my top 5 for this year. Once again, this was the SH Figuarts Jiren US release without the brown shipper. Thank you for watching. I appreciate the support. And until next time, I bid you all farewell.